today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today.
Some beauty.
I'm choosing beauty today. I'm choosing beauty today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing beauty today.
Some peace.
I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing peace today.
Back to heaven.
Heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
All right. Awesome. Let's stand for the next one.
When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Sing to somebody else in the room.
See your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Now take some time to greet the people around you. All right, we're going to break it down now. Here we go.
The way you are, the way you are, you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are, the way you are, you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. You're amazing, just the way you are. You're amazing, just the way you are.
and you arrived here today completely cool, peaceful, connected, or if you ran out the door barely matching your shoes, you're invited here this morning. You're absolutely welcome in the right place. Sunday's our opportunity to step away from the noise of the week and take in a deep breath and just remember something simple. God is here, love is here, and we belong to each other. Truth speaks large volumes, doesn't it? So relax and make yourself comfortable so that you can just be a conduit of receiving all the good here this morning. We're going to start this morning with our opening ceremony, lighting the flames of faith. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call Spirit. Fundamental to this truth is a unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of earth-centered spirituality. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the path of the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths as the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, offering and honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as our practitioner today, Tony Sparks, lights that last candle, let it represent the path that brought you here today. And now we will be taking 2 minutes in silence for peace.
Let us go into prayer. Knowing Spirit is all there is. It is life, it is power, it is joy, it is harmony, it is peace. It is eternal giving us of itself. It is a source of all good. It is all-knowing, everywhere present, all-powerful. It is freedom. It is infinite intelligence, the one mind. It is wisdom and clarity. And we are immersed in this presence. It is in us, through us, around us, as us, and for us. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And our life is an expression of God. And we dwell in this beautiful earth made by Spirit for us. And I know that this morning unfolds with joy, with music, with harmony, with wisdom. And each one of us is partaking with open hearts and open minds. I know that each one of us has the opportunity to receive all the good that God gives to us in this moment of now. That we are receivers of everything that God wants us to have. And it is an immenseness that amazes me, that all is for us if we just say yes. And I know that you are here on purpose. You are here to be a part of our spiritual community, where there is unconditional love, where there is service, where there is joy, where there's community, where there is sharing. And each one of us has the ability to partake of each and every opportunity that is available to us. And so as this morning unfolds with love, with music, with wisdom, with spiritual community and good food, I release these words with so much gratitude into the law of action, power, knowing it's already done, it's already so, as we say together, and so it is. I will say we believe, and then everyone will follow with the principles, the two principles for today. We believe in the direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature. We believe that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. And now for our affirmation for today, August the 23rd. I am a revealer of truth. That truth becomes action. And so it is.
We're so gifted to have our guest soloist come back and visit us again with his smooth, smooth voice. Won't you please join me in welcoming Kenneth Perrin.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Everybody ready to focus this morning? All right, here we go. I can't explain it. Seems like everything is going wrong. I gotta pause and remember. Mama and Papa said, son, you better tighten up and keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus. You in hesitation, the promises of God are true. Just believe, stay motivated. Take one step and see what you can. Keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus. Break it down. Hey! So just remember, anything you're going through, just know that it's gonna be all right. You gotta keep your eyes on the prize and let Spirit tell you exactly how to flow. Woo! Hey! Hey! Everybody repeat after me. Go! Here we go. Go, go, go! Keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. Gotta focus, oh, gotta focus, oh. Thank you.
That's it. Focus, everybody. Let's do it. Let's give our band and our Kenneth another round of applause. Woohoo! Absolutely. Grand Rising, everyone. Glad to be here with you today and to, boy, you know, my mother was a pure metaphysician, but she was from the, her kin was from the deep South. And she liked to say, Lordy, Lordy, the fire is upon me. And it is certainly warm here. But thank goodness we're near that beautiful ocean that continues to offer us warm breezes and cool us down. I am so glad to be here with you today. We are, our affirmation, as our beloved practitioner Tony so beautifully shared with you, is I am a revealer of truth, and that truth becomes action. And I want to talk about that a little bit, because what the truth that we're talking about is the truth with a capital T. Because what I know is that I have my truth, and you might have your truth, but there's a deeper truth that we all want to align with. And when my truth and the truth of others comes into alignment, that's when we really tap into the deeper truth of life, the deeper existence that we have as spiritual beings having a human experience. And when I look around the world, I don't know about you, but I don't see that divine alignment of truths that are coming in together. I see a lot of people standing in their truth, but sometimes I think the truth that they might be standing on is this truth that is aligned with our material existence in the world, the effect, if you will, of what we're experiencing in the world. And so when we look at this idea of being a revealer of truth, well, that's really what it's all about. When you come to a center like this, a center that is steeped in metaphysics and universal spiritual principles, we are looking for that common ground, just like these candles that we lit this morning. There's truth in each one of these spiritual paths. They're absolutely truth. And there are places where they don't contradict each other at all. And that's the kind of truth that I'm talking about, the truth with a capital T. And I think that this month, as we're looking at this topic, our topic for the year is Open at the Top, which is our founder and author of the main textbook that we all study from, Ernest Holmes. said famously, we're open at the top. You've been hearing, if you've been here since January, you've been hearing this Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. And that idea of being open at the top means that while we are revealers of truth, that truth continues to evolve. It continues to expand. We continue to have a deeper sense of what it is to be spiritual beings having a human experience. And to find that apex, if you will, that place where divinity and humanity meet. And to live out those principles in a way that can be true to ourselves and true to the world, and find that truth with a capital T that we can move from. And when we've already established early, if you weren't here earlier in the month, we've already established, Ernest Holmes talks about the idea that faith and fear are made of the same energy. The difference is how you direct that energy. It's how you receive it, how you hold it, how you direct it. And so when we are working with fear, when we're working with anger, who is a close cousin to fear, those energies can be redirected. We can feel our feelings and then redirect our energy. And I want to talk about that a little more in depth today. I think we all carry some burden, if you will. We all carry deep cares, deep concerns about life, and maybe it's your family members that you have deep concerns about. Maybe it's the environment. Maybe it's the political structure. Like, there's a myriad of things that we carry upon our heart. And earlier this week, I was looking for a book in my library, totally unrelated to the talk, right? and I came across this little book, and the title of it is Dropping the Rock. Now, if you're in the recovery movement, it's not that book. It's not the book called Drop the Rock. I quite accidentally picked this up. And the subtitle is Choosing Love Over Judgment. And the author, Nicole Johnson, uses that age-old biblical story where Jesus finds himself being, a crowd of people rush up to him with this woman that needs to be punished. She's an adulterer. And they all have stones in their hand. And the tradition of the day was to stone those who had sinned. And so they rush up to this master teacher and they say, this woman needs to be punished. Now, if you're like me, a feminist, I'm thinking, what about the other person? Wait a minute, what about the other person? But that's not Jesus' concern in this story. That's actually part of holding the rock. And so the villagers surround this woman. She's in the center of the circle. They've all got rocks in their hand, and they're really ready for Jesus to do what rabbis do, and that is to obey the law and to offer this swift judgment to this person. And instead, he leans down and he writes something in the dirt. At least that's how it's written. We don't know what he wrote in the dirt. But then he says to the villagers, let those among you who have no sin cast the first stone. And one by one, they begin to drop their rocks and turn away and walk away quietly. And then he turns to the woman who's being shamed, and he simply says to her, he doesn't try to convince the crowd that what she did wasn't wrong. He doesn't say it's wrong or right. He simply holds a space of love, a space of dignity, if you will. It's deeper than love. It's deeper than dignity. It's absolutely the space of compassion and love. And so he doesn't try to convince the villagers that they need to change their mind. He doesn't turn to the woman and say, you need to change your ways. He simply says to her, go forth and sin no more. Now, in our teaching in this philosophy, we don't necessarily believe in sin. We, as it is described in more traditional religious cultures, we believe in sin as simply an error. There's another definition for the word of sin. It comes from an archery term where you miss the mark. And this woman had perhaps missed the mark. And when he tells her to go and sin no more, he's really telling her to go and be free. Go and be free. It's not our job to judge you. It's not our job to right you. It's our job to look at ourselves. That was the whole point about he who is without sin can cast the first stone. And so the question that I had for you this morning is there something that you are carrying with you? Is there some burden? Is there some place within you where you're really holding on to something, and that metaphoric rock or stone? Is there some place in you that maybe you put the stone down and then you pick it up again, and then you put the stone down and then you pick it up again? Yeah, it's just me, right? It's just me. So just give that a little thought. What is it, even just this week, or maybe in the recent past, what have you been carrying? And are you willing to turn from that place and to step into a place of compassion and love? Now, I want to be very clear for the die-hard activist in the room, and I know of at least one, but I know there's a couple of you in here. What I am not suggesting that when we see injustice, we are to pretend it's not there. This isn't about pretending. It's about and before you drop that rock, you really need to know what you're carrying. You need to know what you're holding in that metaphoric rock that you have in your hand. Because when you drop it, that's when it's really time to let it go. As many of you know, I am about to go on a spiritual pilgrimage. I will be leaving for Spain around the 10th of September. I'm actually taking a couple of vacation days in front of that. And I will be walking something called the Camino de Santiago de Compostela, which is an ancient walk through northern Spain, where spiritual pilgrims have walked for thousands, at least 1,000 years. And that walk has meant different things to different people. Some people walk it because they have a burden they want to release. Some people walk it because they have a prayer they want to really embody. And there's a place about 2/3 along the way. It's one of the highest points other than the Pyrenees, called the Cruz de Ferrero. And it has a huge iron cross, and around its edges, it's encircled it, is a huge pile of rocks. And there's a tradition with pilgrims that they bring a rock with them. And by the time they get to the Cruz de Ferrero, they know what that rock symbolizes. They're 2/3 of the way along the pilgrimage before they let go of the rock, because they need to understand what it is they're giving up, the burden they're releasing. And so when we have a rock, when we're carrying a rock, it's important for us to pause. It's important for us to find some place of curiosity within ourselves, some place of inquiry. What is in this rock? What we know about, as we talk about anger and fear, what we know is that you're not wrong. It's not like you can't have anger and you can't have fear. The challenge that happens is when we hold on to that anger and fear. And the fact that we have these what I would say eruptive type of emotions that come up within us is that there's a fire that gets started in you. But my friends, fire can be used to destroy, and it can be used to support and to nourish. And so our work as metaphysicians is to use that fire as something constructive, to what is it that we what's underneath the anger and the fear? What's lying beneath it? The true, and I'll say the truth with a capital T. Not your truth, not the truth that someone else is talking about, but the truth with a capital T. There's something underneath that fire that wants to wake you up so that you can know what it is that you're carrying. Because if it's just the surface emotion that you drop, I guarantee you might be free of it for a while. Again, it's probably just me. It's probably just me. I get free from my burden for a while, but if I'm not really clear about the rock that I'm dropping, I will pick it up again. I will begin to carry it again. It will have weight and structure, and it will affect me in ways that aren't the ways I want to live and the person that I want to be. And so if we are to be revealers of truth, we really need to allow ourselves to come to that place of clarity where we can recognize the fire that is being tended within us, and we can actually tend it and come to a place of I want to say a blessing, right? So if the rock that you might be carrying is some injustice, maybe underneath that is your deep, compassionate heart for humanity. And if you can touch that deep, compassionate heart of humanity, well, then it's easy to let go of the rock, and then you know what is yours to do. There's a author who I'm going to mispronounce her name. I'm very sorry about that. She has a single name, Mianji, and she's written a lot of work on compassionate communication and decolonizing communication. And she has this quote that I want to share with you. She says, "Toxic anger is not anger. It is in truth a graveyard of grief." It is in truth a graveyard of grief. Toxic anger is that anger that you can't put down. It's the anger where you have that whole conversation with somebody who's not in the car or not in the room. It's that place where you can't help but feel this rush of emotion, of discord, of upset. And she's suggesting that toxic anger is really the out-picturing of resentment. That place where and resentment, sometimes we say that word resentment and we think resentment is this, like somebody's angry, but sometimes it's just a feeling of loss that we feel over and over and over again. And so whether it is anger at some other circumstance outside of you or it's that deep sense of loss, it's still grief. And so when we can come to a place of seeing what is within our rock, that surface emotion, and then dig a little deeper for what its true roots come from, that truth with a capital T, well then we're no longer burdened. And when we drop the rock, here's the cool part. You're not left empty-handed. When you really drop the rock, you experience freedom. True spiritual freedom. And I've had both experiences. I've had the experience of the resentment of dropping the rock and picking it up and dropping it sometimes 10 times an hour. But when I really drop the rock, something opens up in me, and I'm available to that truth with a capital T. I have Thich Nhat Hanh writes that we can transform our anger, but the path forward is through peace, understanding, and compassion as the basis for our action, so that the fire doesn't go out, it just changes what it fuels. It just changes what it fuels. And so just a brief story that sort of illustrates this. As you know, the talk title today is our demonstration is our activism, and so I'm gonna tell you another Ted Lasso story. And Ted Lasso's been my place of coming to, when I can't let go of that rock, I watch a couple of episodes of Ted Lasso because he reminds me what it means to be really kind and to be really compassionate under any circumstance. And so in season 2, episode 3, yes, I've watched a lot of Ted Lasso. We have a young Nigerian player, Sam Obisanya, and Sam is very distraught because his father informs him that the main fictional, mind you, sponsor of their team, Dubai Air, is actually run by a parent company that has been doing devastating environmental damage into his homeland in Nigeria. And clearly Sam has an absolute perfect, the band's coming out. Do I have more time? Yes, I do. Clearly Sam has for what he's dealing with. His father's so heartbroken that he's got the name of this company across his chest on his uniform. He clearly could pick up a rock and get ready to throw it. But instead, Sam goes to a quiet place. He wants to be in integrity with what he believes. It's important to him. And so he goes into the locker room and he tells his teammates what's going on. And he doesn't ask them to believe what he believes, but he does ask them for understanding. And he takes a roll of black tape and he tapes it across his chest, across the logo of this sponsor for their team. And there are 2 other Nigerian players and they do the same thing because of course it's their homeland. And he says, I don't expect the rest of the team to do this. And one of our heroes, if you've watched the show, Jamie Tart, he's kind of surly and he can be a real whip. And he says, throw me the tape, man. We're a team, and we all wear the same uniform. So the rest of the team starts putting this tape across their chest, and they go out to the pitch, and they take a stand. But they're doing it out of love and respect for each other. It's not because they want to do harm. Ernest Holmes has this wonderful quote when he writes, does the thing I wish to do express more life, more happiness, more peace to myself, and at the same time harm no one? If it does, it's right. For Sam's tape didn't harm anyone. He simply did what was true to himself. He stood in his own integrity. He didn't try to make anyone wrong. And later on in the episode, he's called to a press conference, and he doesn't stand up there and shake his fist. He simply asked the Nigerian government, who's been looking the other way and taking bribes for years, to do the right thing. And as he walks back to the locker room with Ted, his coach, Ted says, doing the right thing is never the wrong thing. Doing the right thing is never the wrong thing. So the fire in you is not the problem. Your anger is not a character defect. As Holmes said, it's the energy and the creative power and the sacredness that's within you, that's bubbling up, that's yours to direct. So the question is never, do I have a right to be angry? The question is, what truth is this anger protecting? And what is the most integrity-filled, compassionate thing I can do with it? Dropping the rock is only part of the picture. Our work is to know what we're dropping, to intentionally direct and redirect our energy into what it is we want to hold instead, to open our hands up to some new possibility. For that's what we teach in this philosophy. It isn't about pretending we don't have things that aren't working. It's about being clear about what is the thought behind that, and what is it I want to promote, and where can I respond with love. So the invitation this week is to look at those rocks you might be carrying. Consider dropping that rock. But when you do, be intentional. Understand what you're letting go of. be willing to surrender to new possibility and let love lead your way. Thank you very much. So we have this beautiful spiritual technology that was named 100 years ago, spiritual mind treatment, and today, sometimes I like to tongue-in-cheek call it neural pathway regeneration. It's really a way of tapping into our spiritual nature and understanding what's really true in the situation, in your person, and wherever you find yourself. And so we're gonna do a little neural pathway regeneration this morning, so I invite you to close your eyes. And as John Henry begins to tinkle on the keys there on the piano, allow that gentle melody to take you within. And for a moment, I'd like you to imagine that whatever thoughts that you're carrying in your mind can be dropped into your heart gently. Let this be your metaphoric stone. And allow your heart to open you to new possibility. And so know with me now that there is a power and a presence that supports each one. That there is no place where we find ourselves that we are not supported by this generating, generous, beloved, spiritual wisdom, the energy of life, the energy of the very thing that makes the grass grow is the thing that animates each one. And so I know that whatever it is that we are thinking about letting go of, whatever it is that we're thinking about putting down, I know that we are divinely guarded, directed, and guided. That each one has the possibility of something new being put in its place, even if it's just freedom. The freedom to see the world differently, the freedom to be in that relationship differently, the freedom to be in our bodies differently. To trust that whatever we were carrying, we needed to carry until we didn't. And so I know for each one the courageousness to be willing to sit with whatever energy needs to be let go of, that we are supported, that we are not alone, that the divine continues to meet us exactly where we are, and that when we're ready, it is easy and effortless to drop that rock, to be present with our divine nature, and to walk out newness through forgiveness, through letting go, through surrender. For this is where we find and tap into true power. And so I give great thanks for the willingness to move our minds, to open our hearts, to be willing to be that place where love shows up in the world. What a gift. I accept all this knowing that the law carries it forward, that it takes no effort from me, takes no effort from each one, and that we are filled with grace, the grace of divine alignment, the grace of a deeper truth. I give thanks for this. I release it, and together we say, and so it is. And the Sufis applaud like this. But I want you to put your hands together as we welcome our band back up and our wonderful soloist, Kenneth, to support us with some beautiful music. Come on up, Keith.
Thank you. In myself, I felt the Lord and was afraid to try once more. That fire in my soul had fled. That's when Jesus came and said, my spirit gives the strength you need to raise you up and to succeed, and for vision in the night. To you I'll give these words of life. Fear not, my child, I'm with you always. I feel everything and every tear I see. Fear not, my child, I'm with you always. I know how to care for what belongs to me. He said, my child, don't look behind. Discouragement is all you'll find. Don't watch the waves that roll the sea, but just focus your eyes on me, and I will make you strong, and then your shattered courage I will mend. And if you fall and should get hurt, remember these eternal words. Oh, I'm with you always. I feel everything and every tear I see. Fear not, my child, I'm with you always. I know how to care for what belongs to me. Oh, I know how to care for what belongs to me.
Let's give Kenneth another hand for his sweet lyrics. What about our lovely songbirds? Let's give them some love. And Dr. Alice, thank you for just grounding us all today in such beautiful principle. We feel really supported with your words. Thank you so much. And just to practice this spiritual, just to give is another way of giving a spiritual practice is through our gifts and tithes. So I'd like to invite our ushers to come up. Thank you. It's such a beautiful opportunity for us to give where we have been nourished today. So won't you read with me the affirmation found in your program? My offering is my acceptance of God as the source of my supply, and it symbolizes my faith in the abundant flow of this supply. Thank you.
There is a light within me. There is a light within me. There is a light within me. Illuminate me, illuminate me. There is a love within me. There is a love within me. There is a love within me. Illuminate me, illuminate me. There is a joy within me. There is a joy within me. There is a joy within me. Illuminate me, illuminate me. There is a peace within me. There is a peace within me. There is a peace within me. Illuminate me, illuminate me.
As we give in consciousness, we give with grace. We give with the understanding of reciprocity, knowing it has blessed us tenfold. We give to that which nourishes us and restores us. Blessed be these gifts as they go back out into the world. And so it is. Is there anyone here today for the very first time? First time you step through our doors? Welcome. We're absolutely delighted that you're here this morning. Mary's going to be bringing you something right now. And I hope to see you back again. We also have a gift for everyone, and it's the gift of prayer. Did you know each and every Sunday we offer prayer from our beautiful prayer practitioners, and they'll be available to you in the back of our sanctuary right after this service. And our practitioners in service this morning are Tony Sparks, Kathy Story, Cheryl Lineman, and Amelia Ingram. Let's give them some love, too. Prayer is really our foundation. It makes everything take place. It makes life rock. It is the best yet. So please avail yourselves of some prayer this morning. And I just want to leave you with one little quote about prayer. Affirmative prayer is the recognition that life's perfect wholeness is the true condition of every being. And now, let's have our invitations.
Thank you, boys. I do have some invitations for you this morning, some things that are going on in our community. Conscious Connections will meet in the lobby. It's an opportunity to share questions, concerns, wisdom, whatever has come up for you. It's a great opportunity to share with other people. That starts at noon in the lobby here. If you haven't already done so, be sure to mark your calendars for September 13th because we have a real treat for you. We have the one and the only Carl Anthony will be here to do music and a message. His consciousness is deep, his heart is big, and I wouldn't want you to miss him. Science of Mind magazines are available in the multipurpose room. They're just to the right of the coffee maker. September, October issues. So they're $12 for 2 months of content. That's cheap at twice the price. We have an upcoming class. Dr. Cynthia, who is the new staff minister with us, will be teaching us beginning September 9th, going through to October 28th, prayer, treatment, and meditation, spiritual practices for the practical seeker. And because Dr. Cynthia is kind of new to the community, some of you might be curious about her before you're ready to commit to class. And so next Sunday, we're going to have a little lunch and learn. And so if you'll join us from 12 to 12:45 in the multipurpose room, there'll be a little, just an intro to what the class is going to be about, and you'll get to see the kind of teacher you might want to avail yourself in this class. That will be next Sunday, August 30th. If you're just curious, that's a great opportunity to learn more about this philosophy, to learn more about Dr. Cynthia as a teacher, and to learn more about this class that's coming up on Wednesday mornings. It'll be from 10:30 to 12:30, and we'll hold those classes at the center. So there's more information out in the patio, in the lobby. You can avail yourself to that. We have some regular goings-on. Some of you are very familiar with this by now. Mondays with Mary for a book study online. We have on Monday evenings and Tuesday mornings, our beloved yogi, that would be Mike Ward, teaches yoga in the San Juan Center, Mondays at 6 and Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Shifting Sands, an opportunity to share wisdom with other spiritual seekers and finders. That's called Shifting Sands. It's on Thursdays from 10:30 to 12:30 in person, and then Coming Home, Awakening to Spirit. It's a place where you can find support online at 8 a.m. on Fridays. If you're new to the community, if you are willing to sign up in our guest book online in the kiosk, Mary has a free Starbucks cup of coffee for you. We are interested in getting to know you, and you will receive some one or two emails a week about what's going on in the community. It'll help you stay informed and plugged in. Next week, my talk is about collaboration, integration, and oneness, and our musical guest will be Sissy Gillio. Sissy Gillio, new artist to our community, so another reason to come next week. With that, I want to invite the Songbirds back up to invite us to some more beautiful music and singing.
Let's all stand for the closing song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, we are family. Let's walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
now, we are all revealers of truth with a capital T, and so it is.